Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, B-Fam Podcast. Thank you for giving me your time, and I appreciate you for listening in. Today is a solo episode. It might not be long, it might be long. I don't know yet. But I want to talk about how time waits for no one, and how you got to stay ready so you don't have to get ready. Um, the way I see life is we're going to die anyway. You know what I mean? I know that's heavy to come in on the first sentence of a podcast, but like, truly think about it. Regardless if you act or if you don't act in life, you're going to die. So trying to prolong death is really just an endless cycle of you tricking yourself. And that's when you fall into like deep depressions and you get anxiety and stuff. So it is important to understand that you only have so much time. And don't look at that as something to rush you into doing certain things or make you hurry up because you feel like you got to get it done, whatever you want to do, you feel like you just got to get it done. Because even when you're doing that, the time is going to pass anyway. So why rush it? You should take the quote that time is going to pass anyway and use it as a way to get kick-started on actually developing the passions or things that you are passionate about in life. Even if it's more than one thing. Don't hear, oh, I need to find my passion and be like, oh, I need to find the one thing that suits me. Because multiple things may suit you. You know what I'm saying? And it's detrimental to be secluded to only one thing. When you don't branch out in life, you become recluse to only one type of thing, one type of food, one type of music, one type of TV show, and you never really grow as a person. So you essentially you aren't able to find out what other passions you may have. And I know thinking about this is scary because we get so comfortable within our circles and what we like to do and what we feel is safe. And we feel like, oh, this is meant for me, this is meant for me. But you don't even know if that's meant for you. Nobody knows if anything is meant for them. You know what I'm saying? And you may get the feeling that, oh, this is meant for me. Okay, that's cool, but after a while, you're going to start to get bored of it. And that's when you should, and that's the part where you should begin to take time to think about, what is it that I really like? I want to try something new. You got to fall into those habits. You got to be comfortable being uncomfortable. You can't just sit around waiting on stuff to jump at you. You can't just be sitting around waiting on stuff to jump out at you, because guess what? Time is going to pass anyway. So get out and get active. Even if you're not working out, get out and do something. If you think you might like a movie, go watch it, because the time is going to pass anyway. And the time that you sit down and think about watching it and how you think you're going to feel about it after, you could have just spent watching and observing the movie and seeing if you like it or not. And if you get to the movie, if you get to the end of the movie or whatever, and you don't like it, so what? At least you found out you don't like it. Now you can cross that off the list. But you never know until you try. Always, I don't want to say always be prepared for every situation, because that's impossible. But it is important for you to do some groundwork that'll help you be prepared for every situation. And when I say groundwork, I mean like what's essential for me may not be essential for you, but I'm going to say essentials. The essentials will be something as focusing on your breath, being aware of the present moment, naming objects that you see around the room so you can bring your attention and center it to the present moment. Doing and practicing these things will allow you to be more calmer, feel more calm in situations of stress, situations that you used to be stressed in. After practicing your breath for 2 to 3 weeks, you'll begin to notice that you're not getting as stressed anymore in these high-level situations. Your thoughts are able to flow through just like they would be flowing through if you was in a calm situation. You begin to take control over your own body, because a lot of the times everything that we control is really internal, and a lot of the external factors in life are the uncontrollables. And the second that we go out reaching to change them, everything flies over your head. Time goes by as quick as you can think, and by the time you turn around, you've wasted your whole life chasing something that you'll never catch. So being able to look within and say, okay, what's wrong with me? And when I say what's wrong with me, I'm not saying what's wrong with me, let me feel bad about it. What's wrong with me? Let me see if I tweak it, does it help something else on the front end? Example of this would be, trying to think of some personal ones, would be, I used to be super impatient. I always wanted to get there fast. So everything I did was always in a rush, and essentially what I was doing was self-destructing my own work, because I would get the job done, but the way I was trying to time it, I was trying to get it done quick. So by the time I get the job done, I look at it and say, damn, this is not as good as I thought it would be. For as if I would have took my time to begin with, it would have been a better outcome. So I had to figure out, how do I gain patience? How do I stop myself from rushing into things? This is a problem. I want to fix it. So I did I started doing research, like meditation work. What should I do? I didn't want to do anything too long, because if you start a project too big with too many ideas at first, it's easier to get discouraged. So if you want to get stronger, say doing push-ups, you don't say, oh, I'm going to do 500 push-ups a night, because you're going to get tired and you're going to get discouraged, especially if you haven't been doing push-ups before. So you start with small increments. So say you want to build up to 100 push-ups a night, but you haven't really built in the habit, so start with 5. You can even start with 1. But as long as you start the habit, you'll begin to form it. So what I saw was focus on the breath. Take 10 controlled breaths. And this will help you be more patient when starting projects, and even when you're in projects, it'll help you be patient and not rush your work. So 10 breaths seemed like a lot. That's how impatient I was. So I said, okay, I'll start out with 3 breaths, and then I'll go to 5, and then from 5, I'll go to 10. But I found that the transition from 5 to 10 controlled breaths was a little bit hard, because my heart rate would pick up the closer and the closer I got to 10, because I was fighting the urge to rush. So to trick my brain into staying at the same controlled pace, I would go one more breath. And when you say one more breath, your brain say, oh, it's only one more, so I might as well finish control. But if you just keep saying one more breath, boom, 1 plus 1 plus 1 plus 1 plus 1, that's 5. So I done tricked myself into doing 5 extra breaths by labeling it one breath at a time. I say all these things to say that we progress way faster when we take our time. Slow and steady wins the race. That is a very interesting story, because I always remember it when I think about pace. Slow and steady wins the race. It's such a, I don't know, I just think about it all the time. I love that saying, slow and steady wins the race, because it reminds you that no matter how quick you go, no matter how slow you go, the time is going to pass anyway. So what we should look for is what we should look for in life is quality. What we shouldn't look for is quantity. Yes, it's good to have a lot of something, but if you got a lot of it and all of it is ass, it's not going to be better than if I had just a few good quality things. I know that's broad to say, but say you had 100 pair of ugly ass shoes. Yeah, you got the quantity, you got more shoes than me, but say I got 5 good pair of designer shoes. Now my 5 good pair of designer shoes better than the 100 ugly ass shoes you got. You see what I mean? So take your time and look for quality and stuff. Take the time and look for the quality inside of yourself. Don't just think adding a whole bunch of things to your repertoire is going to make you a better person. Just adding and adding and adding and never taking time to look at what you're putting in your body. The thoughts and the ideas that you put in your body is just as important as the food and the drinks that you put in your body. You want quality food, so I want you to give yourself quality mental food. You eat in both ways. And both ways reflect you as a person. Your eating habits reflect off your weight, your skin, how your skin look, if you got acne, your hair. It reflects. Just as your thoughts and your ideas do, they reflect you and your character as a person. So take time to develop your own character. That's staying ready so you're already ready. I heard this quote today that says something along the lines of your time gonna come whether you're ready or not. Because a lot of times we say, oh, I'll be ready when my time comes. But your time coming whether you're ready or not. Because time don't care. Time keeps going. And time isn't going to look at you and say, oh, they not ready, so I'm not going to come. Time's just going to keep moving. And that's the curse and the blessing about time. It's going to keep moving. So when something bad happen, guess what time going to do? Keep moving. When something good happen, though, guess what time going to do? Keep moving. We got to be able to accept the good with the bad and the bad with the good. That way we have a good understanding of what's going on around. But yeah, stay prepared and do internal work. Look within yourself, like I said earlier, and ask yourself, what's wrong? What am I thinking about? What do I value? What are my values? What are my goals in life? And when I say what are my goals in life, I don't mean you got to have them all written out or put on a vision board or this, and that everybody else be saying to do. Just have them with you in your body, in your mind, in your spirit. Just have them with you. And understand what you are truly looking for to get out of this life, because you only get one. And at the end of it, you're going to die. So you can take this and go, oh, damn, I'm going to die anyway, so I ain't going to do shit. Or you can take this and say, damn, I'm going to die anyway, so I might as well do everything that I want. And don't use this as a quote to go start robbing people if that's what you want to do. I'm not saying do that. What I am saying is understand that death is coming anyway, so you might as well have fun while you're here. And you know why you should have fun while you're here? Because time is going to pass anyway. What inner work are you doing? What inner work are you doing within you to change the circumstances of your outer world? Do you think about it. Do you like what you see outside when you look outside? Do you like what situations play out in your life? Do you like what you see every day? Do you like the experiences that you are a part of? If so, cool, but if not, start to look within. And that's something I've been doing all week, and it's starting to click. I used to be super afraid of praise. I'm putting this out there because this is my journal, and y'all just listening. I used to be super afraid to accept praise. I would always push it away. And yeah, part of it was because I'm humble, and then part of it was because I thought I was fake. I thought I was a phony. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, damn, that must have been luck. Because that was always the thoughts that was ringing in my head. Damn, that was luck. I got lucky. I hope they don't find out. That's a part of, they call that imposter syndrome. Damn, they gonna find out that I got lucky. That was luck. I can't do it again. I can't do it again. Damn, can I do it again? I start to question my own ability. And when I start to question my own ability, my body started to believe the parts that was going against it. You know what I mean? The body gonna end up believing in the negative because the mind is wired to remember bad things so they don't happen again. But when we remember these bad things and they keep replaying and replaying, they act out in our real world. So it's an insane paradox, I know. But I would think, damn, they're gonna find out I got lucky. Damn, did I get lucky? Did I really do that? Was that a part of my ability? Can I do that? Can I do it again? Can I redo it? And when people would congratulate me, I'd be scared to say thank you because I don't know if I'm gonna be able to do this again. Am I going to be able to produce this same type of work or better again? And something that just clicked this week for me is that for me to be who I want to be as I grow older and as I get through life, as I go through college, as I go through the real world, is that if I want to be that person, I got to be able to accept the spotlight. It's not just about me. It's about you too. What spotlight are you not accepting? Where in your life do you feel like, damn, I know I'm good at this, but I think myself out of it? Where's that part of you in your life? How can you get to it and not fix it? Because that implies that something is wrong with you and that is nothing right, and that's how you fall down a negative rabbit hole. But how can you get inside yourself and slowly improve? Because life is a continuation. So if you think about improving things, nothing will ever seem like you're starting anything new. Think about that. When you're able to tell yourself, I'm going to continue to do this. Your body like, oh, we already got past the starting phase? So we already in here, because the hardest thing to do something is start something. And then after you start, that's when you got to build discipline and consistency. Discipline and consistency are two of the most important things that you can have in your life, because you got to keep showing up. You don't want to. I'd rather get better 1 to 2 to 5% a day than get 100% better in one day. Because the faster what you want gets to you, the faster it can be taken away. The faster that something gets to you, the faster it can be taken away. I'll say it one more time. The faster something gets to you, the faster it can be taken away. So, if I'm building myself 1 to 2 to 5% better a day, by the time I get to 100, that shit never going away. You know why? Because I built over time. Now I got this experience. Now I got this knowledge. Now I know where my fuck ups are. Now I know what mistakes I've made. It's easier to stay consistent when you just accrue them. 1% a day, 2% a day. Ooh, today was a good day. I got better by 5%. That's a good day. You know what I'm saying? Getting better by 1% is a good day. But getting better by 5, it's like, that was nasty. That's a good day. Ooh, you feel good after the day you got 5% better. You like, you feel good. You feel real good after you know you done jumped. But you can only get better 5% in one day if you keep having good 1% days. And when you had them good 1% days, you accept them good 1% days. You're not just having a good day and then say, damn, this day was good, so it's going to be bad tomorrow. Because who told you that? I know that's a common way of thinking, because I used to think like that. Who told you that? When stuff going good, it's going to have to eventually go bad. Who told you that? Who put that in? You told yourself that. And nobody tell you that. That's something that we tell ourselves because We feel like we reading into a pattern that's not even really there. And the pattern that's not even really there keeps occurring because we keep manifesting it into our life. So we got to be careful and understand what's going on and see what's going on. Take time and observe ourselves. You know what I'm saying? What is your goals? What's your aspirations? If it helps you, write it down. If it's bothering you, talk it out. Look in the mirror and talk to yourself. Look in the mirror and ask yourself, what do I want for myself? Look in the mirror and ask yourself, what are we doing? What's going on? Are you just living day to day? Or are you living every day to prove something to yourself? Not even to prove something to those around you. Not even to prove anything to your parents. Not even to prove anything to your peers. But what are you doing every day to prove something to yourself? Because you owe it to yourself. Don't nobody owe you nothing in this world. But you owe everything to yourself. Think about that 5-year-old in you. Think about that 10-year-old in you. Think about that 3-year-old in you. You know what I mean? And look at your kid self and say, damn, would they be proud of what I'm doing right now? Would they be proud of what I'm doing right now? If yes, keep going, keep improving. If not, you got some work to do. I got some work to do. We all got some work to do. Just keep making yourself proud. And when you make yourself proud, that shit get to manifesting in your life and everybody else become proud of you. Nobody gonna help anybody that's not helping themselves. So when you begin to help yourself, everything that you need will start to walk to you. It'll start to come to you. Just take your time. 1 win a day. That's all it takes. If you want 100 wins, get 1 or 2 wins a day. For however many days you get 100. But if you try to get 100 wins in 1 day, you're going to burn out. So why not take your time? The time going to pass anyway. That's where I'm going to mark off at, man. Thank you for listening to this episode. We're kicking off season 2 right here, baby. Let's hope we get a good season in. I feel like I got some good interviews coming up. Talk to you later. I love you.